Hi everyone, Monday movement, week 11. We're going to get straight into it with some bodyweight squats. So hands in front, sitting well back into this, just to get everything warmed up. Make sure knees above toes, not in front of toes, sit back into it. A few of these. And then we're going to take that into the side, step, low, center, drive through. So again, sitting well back into this, deep movement, center, sit. So we get the inner thighs, quads, hamstrings, glutes, low back, and we get the heart and lungs going. So there's a few core movements through today, but we're going to add some variations. Make sure we really get some dynamic movement in. Two more. Rest through the center. So we're going onto the floor. So planking and with some dynamic move. So you're going to start with some space in front. Lift the chest, take a breath, roll down, going to walk forwards, hands shoulder width apart, relax down between the shoulders, head in line, nice solid straight plank. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Take a breath, feel the core working, feel the glutes working. Walk back, stand nice and straight, take another breath. Roll down. So each time we disrupt the movement by standing, you've got to find that neutral spine, get a real solid plank again, a couple of breaths. Walk back. Take a breath to relax, lift the chest, roll down. And again, a nice, solid, steady hold for 2 breaths. Step back up and relax. So we're going back to low body. So this is an exercise you can start with something to lean on, and you can work towards balancing it without any assistance. Single leg, going to work the glutes to lift, turning from the hips forwards, push the foot out behind, lower and lift at the front. So lifting at the front, not going down with the chest, but bringing the knee up, then lower and pivot forwards. So at this point, both glutes, both sides of the butt are working. So you need a really nice high foot at the rear and a nice lift of the knee at the front, but keep the top half upright. I've got 3 more. Very controlled. Legs, glutes, thighs. Last one bit to the rear. Stand straight. And then switch sides. Other foot up. Get your balance. Just have a chair or the desk or anything beside you just to support you. And then pivoting from the hips, foot up behind, stand straight, knee to the front. Pivot, squeeze the butt, and up. Again, keep the control. Both legs are working pretty hard here. Your supporting leg, when we get over to the front, gets a real stretch, and the glute works and the hamstring works. And if you feel comfortable, you can try taking the hands away from any support and just feeling your way into the movement without anything to help you balance. One more. Rest there. Back onto the floor. Going into the plank position, but then adding a little bit of movement so we can get some rotation of the spine, flexibility. This one feels quite nice. Upright, lift the chest, roll down, So maybe have your feet a little bit wider than hips. Turn and reach. Really open the chest. Back to the plank, hold the plank for a moment. Walk back up. Check your position. Stand nice and tall. Roll forwards. Into the plank. Open the chest and shoulders. Down, so very controlled. So the rotation allows us to mobilize the spine, but also work through the sides of the core area. Very functional. This really helps you with everyday movement, keeps the back in place, stops with any lower mid back issues. Always check the position between each one. Roll down. Rotation. Back up. Just one more to go. So obviously there's a bit of work in this, but it also feels quite satisfying, I think, especially when you get the back open and moving. If you've been sitting a lot, hold the plank there. Return, stand, take a breath. So just back to the lower body. For this one, you just slightly off to one side. Imagine that you've got something between, so it's just to one side of your body, between the start position and the finish position, which is going to be jumping sideways. So we're into the bodyweight squat, up, over, up. So you've got to sit low, spring up, keep it nice and efficient, so really low, drive the arms, use the quads, the glutes. Obviously it becomes cardio. Up. Got 4 more. And then the progression, it gets faster. But don't lose the position. So you can practice the quicker ones. Back to the floor. So, different position push-ups, starting wide. We're going to get our position standing. Roll down. Just get the knees onto the ground. Hands wider than your shoulders. Shoulders back. And then 5 push-ups with the head in front of the hands. Lift the knees, walk back, check your default position. Lift the chest, shoulders back, roll down, knees down. This time hands shoulder width for 5. Knees up, walk back, take a breath, roll down, knees down. This time your thumbs are almost touching. The narrow push-ups. Just go for a small movement. If it feels comfortable, go a bit further. Remember, head should be in front of the hands. Knees up, walk back. 2 more sets. Breathe, relax the shoulders. Roll down. Knees down. Hands shoulder width this time for 5. Knees up. 1 more set. Start nice and upright. Roll down. Knees down. Hands wider than shoulders. Pull the shoulders back. 5. Knees up. Walk back. Take a breath. Check the position. That's brilliant, well done. So have a little break and we'll pick up with part 2 in a minute. Super stuff.